Goldberg Live is brought to you by hiretrades.com.au. Get 3 free quotes from local tradies near you. Live and on relay stations throughout the world, you're watching Bruce Goldberg Live with special guests tonight. We haven't announced them yet, but anyway, this is live and we're doing it right now. So give a nice big round of applause for Bruce Goldberg. Nurse. Hey! Welcome to it. This is Goldberg Live. From wherever you're watching this, live from Goldberg Manor where the sun, it never sets here in Goldberg Manor. It might be pouring out there and been raining all weekend, but it's definitely not setting here, the sun, that is. The sun shines out of somewhere else. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Producer. Welcome to Goldberg Live. It's great to have your company wherever you may be watching this. Around the eastern suburbs, on Facebook, YouTube, Ustream, we broadcast everywhere. You just name it, we're broadcasting there. Brought to you by hiretrades.com.au, our new sponsor, where you get 3 free quotes from tradies. If you need a plumber or a handyman or electrician, all that sort of stuff, just go there, hiretrades.com.au, and you get 3 free quotes from 3 different tradies. It's that easy. It's a free service. Free! Did I say free? Yeah, it's free. Free service. Okay, so let's get down to it. What's been going on in the East? What's been going on in the East? I went down to, where did I go to? Where was that? Oh, yes, on Campbell Parade, down to the beach. And this was yesterday. And in the middle of the storm, because I wanted to go and have a look at what the storm was looking like from the beach, right? And I drove along, and there was these people standing on the beach, and they were sort of playing chicken with the tractor. You know that tractor that comes along with all of its lights on and cleans up the sand and filters out all the rubbish out of the sand every day? They're playing like chicken, standing right in front of where that tractor's got to go in the middle of the beach on a cold, stormy night on the beach, standing there. I mean, really? I mean, how dumb can you be? I mean, why would you do that in the first place? Be on the beach on such a cold, stormy night and then stand in front of that tractor trying to do its job? Nurse. It's just crazy. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. If you've got anything you want to say, anything that you've seen during the week or anything like that, please put it in the comments box below. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube or any of the streaming places we go out to right across the world. Someone said, "Hi, Bruce." I can't see who it is. I assume it's somebody watching us on the Goldberg Live dedicated page, and I can't see who that is. But hi, whoever you are that's just said, "Hi, Bruce." It's great to have you on board too, and everybody else watching this. 60 Minutes just finished, and shock horror, they didn't have Melissa Caddick. Anything about Melissa Caddick on there? Boy, oh boy, wow, whole week they're giving us without Melissa Caddick. It's just mind-boggling. Wow, 60 Minutes, what have you done? They milked it pretty well, though, I've got to say. They rated extremely well when they had those 2 episodes on Melissa Caddick. They did very, very well. So obviously it's all about ratings on a commercial television station, as we know. So, yeah, they've definitely milked it for what it was worth. If you've got anything you want to say, please, by all means, type it in the box. Say hi like the others have done. And it's great to have your company, Maurice Mitri. Welcome to it. Hello, my friend. How are you, Maurice? Maurice Mitri, you should join that hiretrades.com.au website and offer your services, because it's free to join for tradies like you. There's the website address there. You should join it, mate. I'm telling you now, you'll get work. You'll get work, I would assume, from those guys, and it's free. And I think until August for the tradies to join. So there you go. And I hope things are doing well for you, Maurice. You've probably got a busy week coming up with all the cleaning and all the catch up after the storm. I mean, some people, not in the east, but some people at Port Macquarie and other places, I saw it tonight. Did you see it? There's houses getting swept down stream. The houses are absolutely. It's so devastating. It's just mind-boggling. They had a bride that had to be helicoptered to her wedding. But all those poor people, and they're trying to keep a cow's head just above water so it wouldn't drown. I mean, it's just so sad. It really is when things like this happen. It really, really is. I mean, we go back just over a year ago. We had the bushfires. The whole city stunk of the burning smell. Then, and that really hit hard in all those places, Bartlow and all those other places where they have, or is it Batlow? Yeah, it's Batlow. Sorry, Batlow, where they have apples and all that sort of stuff. And it hit hard. Then we had COVID, and now we've got floods. We've hit the three. It's just devastating. It's just mind-boggling. But you know what? We've still got through it. We still have got through it, and we're still hanging in there. Maurice Mitri says, phone hasn't stopped ringing all weekend. Oh, yeah, look, I know what they're ringing for. Hello, is that Maurice? Look, we've got some issues. We need some cleaning to be done because the roof just caved in with all the water and it's dirty water, and we need it. We need cleaning to be done, Maurice. Can you please come out? That's what they're going to be ringing you for. There's no doubt about that at all. Just one-offs. And you're smart enough to know who's who, though, Maurice, right? So when I ring you from Goldberg Manor here, and I tell you, Maurice Mitri, get your ass up here, we've got a problem, you'll come, right? Only kidding. Only kidding. Nurse. Oh, I had to get that in. 100%. See, there you go, Maurice Mitri. See, Maurice and I go back a long time. He used to own for those people that don't know who Maurice Mitri is, Mitri Brothers was pretty well known as a convenience food shop down where Shuck is now, on the corner of Hardy Street there and Mitchell Street. Oh, no, so it's Maroubry Road and Mitchell Street, sorry, opposite Hardy Street. And you'd walk in there, it was like a rooster's shrine. The roosters used to see Minicello going in there and everybody. Anyway, I was there when I was a kid. I used to go in there and say hi to Maurice and talk with Maurice and his brothers and everybody. And that's how I know Maurice. So since I've known him since I was about, I've probably known you, Maurice, since I was about 10 or 11, I'd say. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around that amount of time. And they were there forever. And Fred, when you walked in, he'd be going, hello, my friend. I actually made the Footy Show on Channel 9 actually made a gag about it. Because they'd go in there and go the, hello, my friend. I clearly remember the Footy Show. Fatty and all them would say it. And I was on the couch killing myself laughing, watching it all. But they're the big Rooster supporters, the Mitris. They really are. And they have a very successful end-of-lease cleaning business now that they got rid of that convenience store, and it's now Shuck, owned by other people, as we know, on that corner. And you can't miss the Mitri mobile. You can't, because the number plate is Mitri. And, I've seen it around. He's seen me around, tooting his horn at me and everything. And this is a classic story of a local who has become a successful business person, gone out on his own and become a very successful person and very reliable and well respected and liked in the community. That is a classic example, Maurice Mitri. And his beautiful wife as well. They're running a very good business there. And yeah, as he said, the phone's non-stop. It's not as if he needs the work, right? But, extra work doesn't hurt for anybody. I mean, I don't mind getting extra stuff if I've got to do extra stuff, but that's just the way it is. Supply, demand, I suppose. So what else has been going on, people? Just like Maurice has made a comment there. Anyone else want to have their say and tell us what's been going on? Now, I had a look and I put a photo up on the board of the new shop that's about to open on Dover Road at... That's okay, Maurice. I'll send you the bill. I do take Medicare card. Okay? So you just get the Medicare card ready. You don't get nothing for nothing, Maurice. Anyway, so there's a new shop in Dover Road, Rose Bay, just along from IGA. I think it's about to launch tonight, tomorrow, or it's already just launched. It's brand new anyway. It's a gadget shop selling phones or gadgets for your phone and all these little electronic-y technology things. It's called Hoko. It's a Chinese company that has its head office in Brisbane, and it's franchised. Yeah, I've done a bit of homework on who this is. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I hope it does. We like to see new things working in the area in the east. But stick your head in, have a look, see if you like anything down there. It's a very nice looking shop fit out they've done, and it was so quickly done. It was incredible, because it used to be the real estate agent there. So that's something new for people that want to buy some tech instead of going up to Bondi Junction. That's called Hoko, I think. Hoko, Hoco. You'll see the photo up on the board I posted. But not many people knew it was being done. I mean, by accident I saw it. I thought, oh, that's new. And I said to Joe at Dover Cafe, because I know everyone at the Dover Cafe, and I said, look, there's a new shop across the road. She goes, oh yeah, there is. She didn't even realise it, and she's working there all day, and she didn't realise it because it's just one of those things that you blink, you miss it. And I just saw it by accident sitting at Dover Cafe. I thought, this is interesting, and they hadn't opened yet. They were just working in there. I just thought, what's going on. Also, with Sushi Train, it still seems like a long way to go yet. They're really doing a lot of work in there. They're doing a lot of work. I hope it works for them, though, because, competition's good for the area. Competition's very, very good. And I also see that they're trying to release the old Chili Blossom. They've pulled up the window shades or whatever, and they have got the place that you can look into now, and they've got advertising going on. So that's really interesting. I don't know what could be leased there. I mean, they've tried restaurant after restaurant, but the rent in the end kills you. It just absolutely kills you. And I suppose you got to come up with something that's going to make enough profit to pay the rent. And that's hard. There's been so many things that have gone through there, including doctors' surgeries and Chinese restaurants and cafes and Thai restaurants. And this goes back a long way with all these other places that have tried. And they've all haven't tried. I don't know. But speaking of that, 809 on Dover Road and New South Head Road, that's under offer, supposedly. There's rumours that Sonoma's going to open there. I don't know. I have no idea if that's true or not. But there is somebody, obviously, with some sort of deposit, or the real estate agent's trying to just push people along to put a deposit down. But something is going on there at 809. I don't think... Look, I know for a fact there was a burger place that was going to try and open up there. This was a while ago. It was a pretty well-known chain, actually, and that didn't go ahead. I don't know what happened there, but I kept that to myself for quite a long time. I was told not to say anything, and I didn't, but I can now because it was so long ago now. It's a couple of years ago, I think, now. So I don't know if it's true about Sonoma opening there. I mean, the problem it's got there on that corner is it's a dead spot. It's a dead spot. There's no foot trade there. There isn't. It doesn't take a genius to work it out why there's no longer any foot trade there. And I'll tell you what it is. There's no banks. Oh, well, the ANZ's gone and the Commonwealth's still there, but no one goes to the bank anymore. They do it online. So before you're getting people crossing the road after they've been to the bank or on their way to the bank, stopping on that corner. So the majority now of people are coming from the car park as they were coming before from the car parks, the little one and the big one. And they're walking down, and to get to the bottom of Dover Road, you've got to go past Dover Cafe, which is always busy, and that Rose Bakehouse, which just got sold to the guys that own Archie's up at Dover Heights. So to go past those two and then go to the third option, it's not going to happen. It's just, you got to have some sort of amazing point of difference. And that's hard to compete, especially when you've got no foot trade to begin with. No one's crossing that road in any direction. You just have to sit there and see and watch for yourself. I've done it. I've sat there and watched. It's just dead. Otherwise, all those restaurants that have tried at 809, Little Bay, Espresso number 2, that Italian place they tried for a while, last something, I still don't know the name of it, last something, didn't last long enough. They all failed. Why? No foot trade and the rent. 2 factors. The rent, well, when you go in, you know what the rent's going to be every week. It's just that foot trade. You can't force people in that aren't walking by. The invisible man you can't force in, or the invisible woman, if you want to be politically correct. So there's no one crossing from the pub side either. So the foot trade's down, big time, down. And it's a hard way to make a buck. It's a very, very hard way to make a buck. Good evening, Mike Simmons. Great to have you on board as well. We're doing this live from Goldberg Manor where the sun never sets. Let's take a quick break and come back with much more right after this. Goldberg Live is brought to you by hiretrades.com.au. Get 3 free quotes from local tradies near you. Need to sell your property? Get a free market appraisal with Daniel Barron of LJ Hooker Double Bay, the sales expert of the East. Call Daniel on 0418 243 093. That's 0418 243 093.
Introducing the Bedazzler, the machine that gives your wardrobe a new flair. Transform your ordinary tops and t-shirts into a new fabulous look with rhinestones and studs. An ordinary belt becomes exciting and new with a totally different look. Make your purse fashionable and unique with your very own design. Imagine transform your ordinary blue jeans into an expensive designer look. Be the envy of your friends. Bedazzler comes with 4 interchangeable heads for different size studs and rhinestones. To load stud or rhinestone into machine, use eraser end of a pencil. Press and it anchors that fast, that easy. Be creative. Bedazzle your socks, mitts and gloves, hats and scarves. Even runners, the choices are endless. Kids and adults, now you can give your clothes the Bedazzle look for a fraction of what it would cost to buy in stores. Bedazzler machine, complete with 150 studs, 4 interchangeable heads, pattern and instruction book, everything for $19.99 from K5. Money back if not delighted. Available at Zellers. Makes an ideal gift.
Hi, I'm Simon from Simon Food Favorites, and you're watching Goldberg Live. Bruce, was that okay? Are you paying me enough money to say that? Okay, cool. See you later. Bye.
Goldberg Live is brought to you by hiretrades.com.au. Get 3 free quotes from local tradies near you. And welcome back. Welcome back to Goldberg Live. It's better off than being dead, right? And if you've got anything you'd like to say, we'd love to hear from you. Just type it in the box below and have your say. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube or Realstream or No Stream or any stream that tastes good or like ice cream or whatever, just type it in the box below. We'd love to hear what you have to say and answer back to you. Might be a question, might be a business plug that you might want to give. You might want to do what Maurice or Mike has done, just said hi. It might be anything at all. So we'd love to hear from you. Have your say. Don't sit back there. Have your say. It's all part of you guys interacting with me on this show. That's what makes this show happen. Because without you guys, there's no show, really. Hello, Ilana. How are you? Good to have you on board too. See, it's live. People say to me, is this a live show? I say, yeah, it is a live show when they see me in the street. It's perfectly live. I mean, obviously the segments are not live, but this is live as we speak. Oh, no. Nurse. I knew someone was going to ask that. Any updates on MC? No. Not as far as I know, there's none. As soon as there is, though, I'll hear about it. And I'll mention it. But I personally think it's a murder investigation. I personally think it's a murder investigation. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, without giving away names or anything like that, because of legal reasons, of course. We all know what happens when you do stuff on social media that has legal implications, don't we? I think it's a murder. They're dotting their I's and crossing their T's, I would assume. I don't exactly know what the police are doing, but I assume they're doing that. You got to go right back to the start. You really have to, and you got to look at no CCT footage anywhere of somebody getting from point A to point B. So that basically says it all, really. I mean, look, it could be anyone that's done it. It could be someone that she's owed money to, someone she's ripped off. It could be someone closer to her, a family member, or someone living nearby. It could be at random. Could be anything. Could be anybody. Who knows? I mean, I've got my own personal theory, but I'm not going to say it here and be dragged into court because I've made the claim and accusation. But you can work out yourselves who you think it could be if it is a murder. If it is a murder. I think it is. I've said that since November. And, you know, they found the foot after that. So, you know, I think it's textbook, this. You take out the ASIC side of it, and to me it's textbook, as I kept saying, and I'll still say it. And I think it's a murder. I still think it's a murder. I mean, you've got to also have a think about this. Let's say she did avoid all those CCT cameras, which is highly unlikely, because living in this area, we all know that nearly every house has got it. Not every single house, but there's a lot. That'd be the last thing on your mind if you're going to commit suicide. Oh, I better not go past the cameras. The cameras have got nothing to do with you wanting to kill yourself. You know, you wouldn't be thinking about cameras because you're about to commit suicide and leave the earth, right? You're thinking that way. You're not thinking about cameras. Who cares if cameras are watching you if you're about to knock yourself off, okay? So let's say she did get to the cliffs. She'd have to take some running jump, I tell you now, to get off the cliff into the water, because below are all the rocks, and she would have ended up on the rocks. So if she did do that, she'd have to be very athletic to be able to take such a run up, and there's fences and vegetation and everything around that area there, which makes it nearly impossible to take such a run up. So you have to put 2 and 2 together here, or 3 and 2 and 4 and 8 together here to work it out that CCTV cameras don't show anything. That's the key to this whole thing. Right back at the start, Wollonga Road, when she supposedly has walked out of that house. That's where it all starts from. So anyway, everyone to their own. As soon as we hear anything, we'll probably be one of the first to let you know through the sources that we have. And yeah, we do have sources in the media, and there's a lot of media that watch this anyway, and members of our group. So yeah, we'll let you know if anything develops, but I reckon an arrest will happen soon. Anyway, Bruce, is there an entrance at the back of the house, Elaine? No, that's a very good question, Leslie. There's another house that backs onto it. It's a red brick house. It looks like a very old, sort of not well kept house. I have seen that because I don't live too far from Wollonga Road. Okay, let's just say that. Okay, I live pretty close to Wollonga Road. I don't live in Wollonga Road, but I live extremely close to Wollonga Road. That's how I know a little bit more about this, okay? Not everything more by living there, but that helps because it tells me straight away and reinforces it in my head about the cameras. But yeah, there's an old red brick building, Leslie, house, I should say, that backs onto it. Their lawn isn't kept that well. I'm not going to say too much because I know someone connected. I can't say too much, but let's just say there's no lane back way. No, there's another house that backs onto it from Hardy Street, at the north end of Hardy Street. So that's Hardy Street, where it backs onto from Wollonga Road. So let's just say that why would you go that way? Why would you just not go out the front of your own house? Why? Anyway, look, you guys work it out yourselves, but all these people are saying, oh, she's run off and committed suicide and she's jumped the cliff. Wrong. You're going down the wrong path. It's the obvious which you're not looking into. And it's staring you right in the face, the obvious. But I'm not going to go into too much of the obvious. You have to work it out yourselves. This is what Mike says, when is the council going to do something about the poor state of Campbell Parade at the South End? It is in dire need of tidying up outside the retail shops. Campbell Parade. Oh, is it really? I didn't notice that. I was there last night. So, do you mean where Lamrock Avenue meets Campbell Parade? Where the tattoo place is and Lamrock Cafe? Do you mean there? Let me just... I was there last night. I didn't notice that. But it was nighttime. I suppose you don't notice much at nighttime. Didn't know. I don't know, but I tell you now on the promenade, they seriously need to put arrows, paint new arrows, because there's one arrow as you come in and that's it, and people are going the wrong way along that promenade there all the time. You see that all the time when you park there, and a lot of tourists, they know it's one, or even the residents know it's one way, but you're not looking the other way, and suddenly a car's coming the other way when they shouldn't be. You're going to get hit. It's an accident waiting to happen. So they need one-way signs on that promenade, I can tell you that, and paint those arrows back. Bring them back. Bring back the arrows, the one-way arrows. It's an accident waiting to happen. Aloha, Uncle Bruce. Hello, Esther. Welcome to the Goldberg Live show. Great to have you on board as well. I hope your daughters are behaving themselves. Nurse. I hope they've still got jobs too, Esther. I really do. I just hope they've still got their jobs. Compared to North End, it is awful for visitors. Well, there's more action happening at the South End than the North End, really. I mean, the North End of the beach, you've got the school, then after the school, you've got a few little shops in Waiora Road, and then it's all houses and blocks of units, I should say. It's all blocks of units. So, yeah, look, the council are concentrating on that pavilion at the moment, getting that sorted out. But, we've got Waverley Council people, the councillors themselves, and the ex-mayor who's still on council here on our board. And sometimes we are joined by Sally Betts on this show live, and she answers your questions and gets stuff done for us. So that's how interactive this show can be. It's more interactive than taking some laxatives and, going to the toilet, right? Nurse. So, what are you laughing at? No. We've got the producers here, as usual, from Madway Productions. They're here every single week putting this show together with me, because there's more to this than meets the eye with what we got to do behind the scenes here to get this show happening out there to you in internet land across the world and throughout all the great relay stations that we've got. So, getting back to this, it's council is council, They can't force shopkeepers or owners of properties to do things. They can't. I actually spoke to somebody who's a friend of mine in council, who's very powerful actually in council, and they would I mentioned this to them, this sort of thing where it looks run down, especially in the middle of Campbell Parade too, where the ice cream and fish and chip shop used to be, and just along that centre area. And a lot of the shops, it's been left derelict because a lot of the shops have gone up to Hall Street, as we all know. And that seems to be the hotspot now, Hall Street in Bondi, for restaurants and cafes and stuff. Which, as a kid growing up, you'd never think that would have happened. It didn't even go through your mind. I mean, it'd be Campbell Parade when you had Nino's and the pizza places there, and the Flying Pieman on the corner of Kahlua Street there, and you'd have Homestead Chicken, as we were just speaking about, on the board, and you'd never ever would think that Hall Street would have taken off the way it did, but there was no other option. There was no other option because of the rent. That's why you're getting all these shops now in Hall Street. Hall Street looks fantastic, what they've done there. It really does. Anyway, if you've got anything you want to say, please do what Mike and Esther and all the others have done, Maurice and Leslie. Just type it in the box below and have your say. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to take another quick break and come back with lots more right after this. Goldberg Live is brought to you by hiretraders.com.au. Get 3 free quotes from local tradies near you.
It's a fun fashion sensation. The incredible I'm in the Mood shirt. Perfect for today's lifestyle. It's fun. Goes where you go. The Mood applique actually changes color responding to your mood, your hidden emotions. Black, you are tense. Green, you are more relaxed. And finally, the most desired shade of violet blue. You are in the mood, a fun part of your life. The In the Mood shirt comes in a complete range of sizes and colors. In the Mood shirts, available at leading stores everywhere.
Need to sell your property? Get a free market appraisal with Daniel Barron of LJ Hooker Double Bay, the sales expert of the East. Call Daniel on 0418 243 093. That's 0418 243 093. Goldberg Live is brought to you by hiretraders.com.au. Get 3 free quotes from local tradies near you. And welcome back to Goldberg Live. I see we have Tash Goldie in the house. Hey, Tash Goldie. Tash Goldie. Tash, I got to ask Tash Goldie a question. Have you got a job? Nurse. Had to ask her that. Sorry, I had to. Sorry, Esther, I just had to ask your daughter that question. She has a job yet. She's famous for that. You see, that's what she's famous for in the community, of having a job. I want to know if anyone can tell me what is in that old guy's bag that's dancing. What is in it? What is he carrying with him in that bag? We'd love to see it. Hello, Tash. We'd love to know what is in that bag. It's not what I think it is it? Surely it couldn't be. It surely couldn't be. Hello, King. How are you? Great to have you. King from Gaslight Pharmacy is in the house as well. Tash Goldie does not have a job. What the hell? What? Nurse. I mean, you don't have a job. I thought you had a job. Spare knickers. You're on the right track. You're on the... Oh, I made our producers laugh. That's the main thing. Nurse. You're on the right track, though. She's on the right track. That's what I've been thinking, that it's along that line. They're not... I don't know. Spare knickers or something else in that area. You know what I'm saying, Esther? It's sort of, Tash lost her job. What happened, Tash? Did you get sacked or you quit? Nurse. Come on, what happened, Tash? Pee pads, yes, Leslie. Oh, Leslie. And pull-ups. Oh, pee pads, yeah. Oh, I'm starting to think along Leslie's line there. Oh, dear. I've often watched that clip. And I've thought, what has that? What has he got in that bag? It's see-through. I mean, why would you have a see-through bag if you're carrying... No, I quit. Hang on a minute. You can't quit your job. What's going on here? Esther, what's going on? She quit her job? You're not allowed to quit. You can't just quit. You just started there, Tash. Ah, dear, oh dear. See what we've got. I'm store. what? See what we've got on store for us. Oh, that made no sense, Leslie. Do you want to write them? I think there's typos there. Just rewrite it. Welcome to Goldberg Live. If you've just joined us, that's your fault. You've just come into the Goldberg Manor here, and we're talking to all of the board members of the Eastern Suburbs group. You know, I asked a question earlier tonight. In one word, describe our group. Some interesting answers. I knew someone was going to write a few things. Some of you would write a few things, but it just shows, you know, it shows what I thought all along, that a lot of people, you can't be everything to everybody. Some people say it's, you know, it's great. Other people saying it's arrogant. Yeah, I reckon it's arrogant. It's elite. It's this, it's that. But you can't be everything to everyone. And that basically proves what I was thinking. But it was interesting to see the feedback that we're getting from that one word that was being used to describe the group. I think supercalifragilisticexpialidocious was good. James Mavity. Very, very good. Well done to you, James. Love that clip, Michelle says. Oh, the old guy? The old guy dancing. Oh, okay. Do you guys like the Japanese one? I've got the new Japanese clip. Have you all seen the Japanese one? Take a good look during this clip I'm going to play of the guy in the front in the middle. Okay, just keep watching him throughout the clip. He's hilarious. Yeah, just have a look. This is how they teach people to speak English and dance in Japan.
The first expression, domo, domo.
Domo, domo. Domo, domo. Domo, domo. Domo, domo.
And next we have, じゃあ、そんなわけで。
じゃあ、そんなわけで。じゃあ、そんなわけで。じゃあ、そんなわけで。じゃあ、そんなわけで。
The third expression is, 今度遊びに来てください。
今度遊びに来てください。今度遊びに来てください。今度遊びに来てください。今度遊びに来てください。
And last of all, おいおい。
おいおい。おいおい。おいおい。おいおい。おいおい。おいおい。おいおい。おいおい。
ではいつかまたどこかであなたの元気な筋肉たちとお会いしましょう。
Oi, oi. Oh, dear. Welcome back to Goldberg Live. You have a good watch of that guy in the middle with his little jean tights on. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, boy. He probably looks back now, because that was probably made back, I don't know, I'd say in the 80s or whatever. He probably looks back and thinks, what was I thinking doing that? What was I thinking? Sort of like what I'm going to be doing, watching this show back in about another, 30 years from now as an old man, thinking, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Pop 'em out, toot toot, Esther said. I love Esther's sense of humor. I think it's great. Nurse. Oh, dear, oh, dear. So what's Tash going to do about getting a job? Let's get a job for Tash. Anyone got a vacancy going for Tash? King, is there any vacancies going at Gaslight? We can get Tash a job at Gaslight. Kylie Hot Pants. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, dear. I think Tash would be good at in pharmacy. I think she'd be great. It'd be funny close to home and to Esther, and I think it'd be great. Esther, yeah, she is funny, Esther. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Ah, dear. If you got anything you want to say, folks, just type it in the box below and have your say. We'd love to hear from you. Anything you want to say. Tonight we've been speaking about the new tech shop that's opened up in Rose Bay, in Dover Road, right next to IG, or just along from IGA, where the what was it? The real estate agent used to be. Interesting, and pretty brave. If you ask me to open there, that's really brave. I'll give them that. That's pretty brave. I'm not going to say too much, but let's wish them all the best of luck. I hope it works for them. No Suze. What's No Suze? I don't know who wrote that. It's on another board from another stream we've got. I don't know. We're broadcasting this on Facebook, YouTube, Real Stream. I get to see all the comments, but on some of them I don't see who they're from. So No Suze. I don't know who wrote that. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. Anyway, if you'd like to say anything, please write it in the box below and have you say. We'd love to hear from you here on a Sunday night. We haven't done this for a while. We haven't done this since last Sunday night. So it's been a while since we did this Sunday night show, right? I was waiting for the boom tish, Mr. Producer. You're a bit too slow on that. Very, very slow tonight. Very slow. Very slow indeed. Anything you want to say, folks, type it in the box below. We'd love to. Suze means sorry, I think. Sorry for what? Sorry for what? Hello, Jax. Jax is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Jax. Jackie from Jackie's Hair Salon, Ian Street, Rose Bay. Yes, it deserves a round of applause for Jax. How are you, Jax? You been to the new tech shop yet, where the real estate agent used to be? If you need a haircut, girls, that's where you go to. Jackie's Hair Salon there on Ian Street. I call it Jax. That's where you go. She gives good haircuts. King says, no hot water in my building today. Sign says, system flooded. Is that for real? So why wouldn't you have hot water if your system's flooded? I mean, hot water is water, right? Doesn't sound right to me, King. I'd say get on to the owners about that. There's new rental laws coming out, which I heard about. I was just mentioning this to a close friend of mine that owns quite a bit of property. And in situations like what you've got there, King, they're saying that you can spend up to $2,500 on this new legislation when it comes out without asking permission from the owner as an emergency. In an emergency, like there's no hot water or something like that. $2,500 without asking permission for it. So I don't know. If you're a landlord, you should really look into that. There's new legislation, and you're allowed to be no more than 3 times a year late with your rent. That's another bit of legislation they're bringing in, all in favour of the tenant. King said, I said no, soz, no jobs, sorry. Oh, I see. Oh, I'll talk to Daniel about that. I'll make one for Tash. I'll use the power I have, which is bugger all, and speak to Daniel, my brother, and I'll organise something for Tash in there. She can. What can we get Tash to do at Gaslight Pharmacy? She can go around making sure all the gas lights are lit. Nurse. There we go. There's a job for her. It sounds like BS. Interesting. Yeah, it is. This whole show's about absolute bullshit. You know that. Look, the producers know it too. Look, the whole show is about that. That's what we keep saying to people. Ah, dear, oh dear. Anything you want to say, just type it in the box below. She can work with you. She can pair up with you, King. She's got plenty of access to Panadols in there. And she can team up with you, and you can walk around together, and you can show her what to do and what not to do. That'd be a good idea for Tash, wouldn't it? Anyway, if anyone's got a job going, we've got a young girl in the area that needs a job. She needs a job badly. Keep her out of trouble. Keep her out of jail. Anyone that wants to say anything, just type it in the box below. And oh no, the hot water you're talking about is okay. Yeah, well, it does sound like bullshit, the hot water. It does. I mean, do you know where the hot water systems are in your building? Just go and have a look. It's strange that it's gone out. Maybe you need to turn it back on. Someone might have turned it off. Because you can turn off the hot water systems from the system itself. You can do that. You can. Hello, Kelly. Welcome to the show. Long time no speak. Hope you are well and staying dry. I have retail experience, if that helps. Ha 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 ha. You do. You do. Well, you know, you should walk around. You should walk around and ask shops if they've got vacancies. You know, like the Party Shop in Dover Road and Gaslight Pharmacy. Ask for Daniel at Gaslight, okay? The Party Shop, I know the owner there. I don't know him that well, but I might, you know, just ask around. You never know. We could get you to deep fry chips at Fish at the Bay. Michael and William, I'll get them to organise, the owners there to organise you to be, you know, the fryer, the deep fryer, and we can fry you. That might put an end to this situation that your mum's got with you and this work business. Put you in a deep fryer. I think that would help. Lounge Viti. Sorry, I can't read. Long Viti Lounge. Oh, yes. Well, give yourself a plug, Kelly. Give yourself a plug. Tash, if you were a hairdresser, I would have given you a job. Yeah, you would have. See, there you go. You would have. I can just imagine Tash in gumboots, walking around, working in the fish and chip shop, wearing gumboots, with jeans tucked into the gumboots. Don't you think that'd look good? It was a good look. Only kidding, Tash. Only kidding. Yeah, Doppio might be looking for someone. Ask Gina, the owner. Ask Gina. They might be looking for someone up there at Doppio. I don't know. Ask them there. Or, oh, God, what's the girl's name at IGA, the manager? I know her. So I'm using all my contacts here for you, Tash. All my contacts in all the shops. Chocolate Johnny, John Capos at Perfection, he might have something for you. I mean, you know, we all know each other. Just walk around. You don't need to use my name. Just go around physically and walk around. And I bet you, handing out your resume, you're going to get something. Someone's going to bite. Someone will. I actually looking into going to TAFE for hairdressing. I'm excited. Oh, wow. Oh, there you go. We'll see, Jax. Tash can start off as a helper. That'd be good. That'd be great. See, you got to start somewhere. Look, Tash, you know my first job when I got booted out of high school? I got booted out in the second month of year 12. I don't have any problems telling people that. My first job was selling cigarettes in a tobacco counter in Maya in the city. True story. Hello, Mita. Hi, Bruce. Welcome to the show. Welcome to it. We're glad to have you along as well. I did that at TAFE. Oh, you did that at TAFE as well, did you, King? How long is that course for at TAFE? The hairdressing thing. If you've just joined us, we've changed the name of the show at the moment from Goldberg Live to Get Tash a Job Goldie. That's what we're calling it. Nurse. So we've got some hairdressers in the house here, and they're having a chat. Also, you might want to try other places around the Rose Bay area, restaurants, cafes, all that sort of stuff. All that. Welcome to everybody that's watching this, even if you're not typing on the board. Welcome to you. It's great to have you all on our board. We are a very productive board. You know, we are the biggest community board in the East for a reason. It's the ones that we reject. The other boards like Bondi Loop and all that, they're backpackers, advertising boards. They're all ad boards. That's all they are. These wannabe other boards are all ad boards. But we're the real community group where we don't have any ads at all. It's all about you guys and, you know, dramas and dilemmas and all that stuff going on, whether it be a lost cat or hold-ups on the road or police doing something or someone doing something to someone else or whatever it is. This is where everyone comes to for the information. And that's why all the media and all the people from, you know, newspapers and radio and TV are members of this group, as well as very influential people in council and shop owners, and the community comes to one place. I've created a monster. That's what I've done. I've created a monster. It's like Frankenstein. It's become a Frankenstein. You know, to be honest, I never thought it would get this big. Never. I thought it would be stuck around the 1,800 mark where some of those other wannabe boards are, and they all become ad boards. But this just grew. It just exploded. It's just incredible. I suppose, you know, word of mouth gets around that it's a crazy board, and you know, all that stuff happens. I'm getting some more messages here. No, that's old. Why is that coming up again, Mr. Producer? Is that? Oh, I see. Okay. So you won Powerball 50 million. No, I wish I did, because greed is good. Remember that. Greed is good. No, I didn't win 50 million. I went from selling cigarettes, if that's what you're getting to, Neil. I went from cigarette selling into other things and put my foot down one day and said, I'm not working for anyone ever again. I'm going to start my own businesses up because I know how to do it better. I'm sick of being sacked and told what to do. And that's how it all started, and never looked back. But I started at a young age. You know, you got to start at a young age. I think Jerry Harvey or some of these other guys, and I agree that if you're going to make your first million, you usually should be making it in your 30s. If it's after your 30s, it's highly unlikely. If you're after your 30s, it's highly unlikely you'll make your first million if you haven't already. That is true to a certain extent. I do agree with that. So yeah, that's sort of like the rule of thumb. I'd like to know who it was that won Powerball, though. They're from Maroubra, somewhere in Maroubra. I don't know. If anyone does know, let us know. We'd love to know. So does one of our moderators, Olivia Wakefield. She wants to know too who won the 50 million bucks. Aren't we nosy people? Aren't we absolutely nosy people? We want to know who won. I mean, as if the person's going to tell you that they won. Because they'd have all these amazing new friends, wouldn't they, all of a sudden? And all these charity organisations would be ringing them up saying, would you like to donate? And all this sort of stuff, you know? I've got to say, I walked past one of these, what are they called? Those people there's a name for it and I've forgotten it. They stand out the front of IGA and they ask for money and they're dressed in the uniforms to make it look official and it's all bullshit. What are they called? Money grabbers or whatever they're called. Anyway, one of them used a very old line on me and I was so pissed off. They used a very old line they're taught on what to say. And they used one like, love your t-shirt. That's the oldest one in the book for those low lifes that do that crap. Where 94% of the money that you donate doesn't even go to where it's supposed to go. 94% does not go to where you're thinking it's going to. So you always donate directly on their website where you want to donate to. Never these guys at tables standing outside a supermarket. Ever. Never, ever, ever, ever do it. Because once they get wind that we're suckers in the area doing it, and they're older people in the area, and they're, oh yeah, that's so nice of you, what a nice young man you are, then they're going to be bombarding us non-stop with this shit. So seriously, folks, they're here in the area. We need to ignore them and not pay them a cent. And guess what? They'll disappear because there's no money to be made around here because we're too smart for them. So is there going to be an arrest? Is there still going to be an arrest with the MK? Oh, you've missed what I said earlier, Shirl. I said, yeah, there is. I still think there is. Still think there is going to be an arrest. I won't say who for legal reasons. I mean, it could be a string of people she's owing money to, people who she's ripped off, people that are, the list goes on and on and on. People that could be close to her, but I reckon there's still going to be an arrest. I think it's a murder. I've said it from day one. And as I said earlier, Shirl, because you weren't here, but you got to go back to the start of all this. You got to go right back to supposedly leaving that house. And there's nothing caught on CCT anywhere, in any street. Dover Road, Willangra Road. What's that other road on the other side of it? Hardy Street, Military Road. And there's lots of houses with CCT. Now, you know, I've been thinking this, and no one's even thought of this. And this is how to turn this whole suicide theory upside down on its head. This is how... I'm surprised no one's done it yet. I think the police might have. I'm not sure. But no one has publicly done this, okay? I haven't got the time to do it, but someone out there might. And what they should do is walk from Willangra Road, exactly right outside the house, number 5, okay? And walk in every direction possible, one at a time, of course, otherwise you'll end up nowhere, towards those cliffs. and mark on a map every single house that has CCT, going down Warlanga Road, going up Dover Road, going up the other road. I think it's Lyons, is it? Lyons Road? I can't remember. Hardy Street, all of them. Mark it out and put the map up on the screen. I'll even put it up on the show here or on our board and show us every single house that's got cameras. And then you'll think to yourselves, wow, there's no way you could avoid all those cameras and end up at the cliffs. It's just impossible. It's just totally impossible. But no one's ever thought of that yet. No one's actually mapped out where all those CCT cameras are in which houses. And you'll see. And I know for a fact the next door neighbour on the left of Caddick's house has not got CCT. On the right, I can't remember. But on the left, they certainly don't. But there's so many houses that have got it, as we know, because I only live a few streets from there. I won't say where. I can tell you first-handedly, a lot of houses have got them. A lot of houses have got them. And you won't be ducking and weaving because you want to commit suicide from all the CCT. It wouldn't even be going through your head if you want to commit suicide. You just want to get to the cliff and you're thinking it's your last moments alive. So that puts the whole suicide theory on its head when you can map out every single camera and mark them little crosses on a map in every direction possible out of Willanga Road. And then you'll see what I'm talking about. Totally impossible. You can't get from point A, being Willanga Road, the house, to point B without being spotted on CCT these days. You can't. You cannot. Every man and his dog has got CCT. I've got it here. Everyone's got it. Well, not everyone, but most people have got it. So anyway, Joanne Stibbard-Powell says, good point. Yep. Now, can we give a shout out to our brothers and sisters doing it tough in the mid-north coast from all this rain? Yeah, we can, Neil. That's a good point. Our thoughts go out to everyone at Port Macquarie and all the way up the north coast there who are doing it tough, losing cattle, losing houses. I don't think there's any reported deaths of humans yet, and let's hope there isn't. But our thoughts do go out. It's been absolutely hectic up there with the rain and the flooding. And our thoughts do go out. I mean, you know, only just over a year ago we had the bushfires, then we had COVID, and now we've got the opposite of the bushfires. We've got floods. And we've got Warragamba Dam spilling too, which is pretty scary for those people that live downstream from Warragamba and what they call the choke points. And that's pretty scary stuff. Well, there's certainly no water shortage, that's for sure. Remember when we were having droughts and water restrictions? Well, that's definitely not happening now. They said, I don't know if any of you heard this, but they said that the spill from Warragamba Dam every day is equivalent to Sydney Harbour. The amount of water in Sydney Harbour, every day it spills. So it's been spilling now for a couple of days. So that's 2 Sydney Harbours worth of water. That is a shitload of water. That is huge. Absolutely. Hang on a minute. No. It's okay. Just talking to our executive producers here. No, it's all right. We'll keep going. It's fine. That is absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. And Mitu's saying this time last year we had a level 2 level of water restrictions. There you go. Joanne Stibbard-Powell says, definitely my family is in Taree. It's devastating. Well, our thoughts go out to them, Joanne, your family and everybody else. But I tell you what, I think, I don't know if we're in the eye of the storm at the moment, but it hasn't rained out there hard for a little while now. But let's hope it stops and it eases and we don't lose any lives. That's the main thing. Did anyone see on the news the police car that got caught in the flood? And they got out somehow, and they had a helicopter going above, a police helicopter, but they didn't need them because they somehow got out. I don't know how they got out, but they got out. So, there's people putting their lives on the line to help rescue others, which is an incredible thing. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. We've got quite a lot of people making comments here. Cattle running through the main street. Yep. King says, yeah, but the water's going, there's need, e.g. farmers. Oh, yeah, but the water's... King, it's just totally flooded. It's like the cattle. They showed a picture of a cow where the farmer's holding the cow's head up above the water so it doesn't drown. That's how bad it is. So it's we'll break drought, I would imagine, but it's there's a lot of flooding going on, which is not necessary. But I suppose people that live in these areas know about the flood risk that they have, and you usually hear about Collaroy and up that way on the northern beaches where they've have houses swept away and swimming pools swept away. I wonder what's going on up there. They haven't shown much about anything going on up there either in the last day or so. So I'm just wondering, what's happening there. Anyway, if you want anything if there's anything you want to say, please say it now. We'd love to hear from you. Just type it in the box below like the others are doing. Yep, and cows are washing up on Old Bar Beach, still alive. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I work and partly live in Port Macquarie. We are on high land and safe, but my heart goes for affected people, animals and all. Yeah. Yeah, we're with you on that. Me too. We are. We're going to take a quick break and come back with lots more right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Goldberg Live is brought to you by hiretraders.com.au. Get 3 free quotes from local tradies near you. Need to sell your property? Get a free market appraisal with Daniel Barron of LJ Hooker Double Bay, the sales expert of the East. Call Daniel on 0418 243 093. That's 0418 243 093.
Because I know some horses are like that.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Hey, nice. Nope, you still did it.
Jesus.
Where you steering, honey? Good job, Linz. You got it, sweetheart. Keep going. Good, you're turning. Turn. Oh.
Charlie?
Hi, I'm Simon from Simon Food Favorites, and you're watching Goldberg Live. Bruce, was that okay? Are you paying me enough money to say that? Okay, cool. See you later. Bye.
Goldberg Live is brought to you by hiretraders.com.au. Get 3 free quotes from local tradies near you.
And welcome back to Goldberg Live. We're doing this live on a Sunday night from Goldberg Manor where the sun, it never sets. Because we use up lots of electricity, that's why. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're just talking about all sorts of weird and wonderful things tonight. We'd love to hear from you, actually. You can have your say right now. Type it right in that box now as we interactively speak with you. You can type this into anywhere you're watching this, on YouTube or Facebook, and we'll see it. Anywhere you want to write in to us, ask a question, make a comment, whatever the case may be. You may want to give your business a plug like others have done tonight. It's up to you. We'd love to hear from you. Just type it in the box below and have your say. You might even find Tash a job. If you want a young, enthusiastic person a job, to give them a job, have your say on here as well, because we've got somebody on here that's looking for a job. Her name is Tash. What else has been going on, people of the East? Bondi, Double Bay, Rose Bay, Vaucluse. Anything else been going on? We'd love to hear from you. Anyone tried anything or seen anything or know anything? I still have not seen anything about Woolworths opening up on Albemarle and Old South Head Road or Bondi Road. Still, I don't think there's any plans submitted. I still don't think there's any plans submitted yet. I don't know what's going on and what the delay is. I have no idea what it could be. But anyway, it could be anything. Anyway. That clip of Simon looks like fake news. No, actually, King, it's not. We recorded that a few weeks ago down at Perfection Chocolates. I was down there speaking to my old schoolmate John, who owns it, and basically Simon turned up out of the blue, and I recognised him straight away, and we got talking. We had a few clips, actually. That's just one of them. We've got a few more, but we don't want to unleash them all at once. We'll stretch them out a bit. Tim, I thought there was no advertising on this board, but this is a sponsored stream. Yeah, you can talk about anything you want on the stream, Tim Dunlop. You can mention anything you want. You can talk about your business. You can give your business a plug. You can say whatever you want to say. It's an open for all on the stream. You're more than welcome to say whatever you like, Tim. If you've got a business, Tim, we'd love to hear about it. If you'd like to say whatever it is, by all means. And give my regards to Ross. I see we've got a mutual friend, Ross, over in WA. So there you go. Anyone else want to have their say? Here it is. Here's your chance to have your say before I bid you all a big farewell and a good night and adios and all that sort of stuff. Anything else, you just put it on that board there and have your say. Otherwise, I'm out of here. Let's just give you a few seconds to type it in. Bum. We should have some background music while they Mr. Producers, while they're typing in stuff in the background. That's what we should do. Can you write that down for the next show? Yeah, I think we should have background music or toilet flushing music or something. Just something to fill up this gap, because there's a delay between when I speak and when they see it, you see. I'm just talking technical here to our executive producers just over here, you see. Anyway, that's basically it for tonight. I'm out of here, so have a great week. Take care, stay dry, and keep safe. If you see me in the street, come up and say hi. I won't bite your head off, but you know the deal. I'll try to bite your head off. Good night.
You've just been watching Goldberg Live, brought to you by hiretradies.com.au.
Nurse.
Been a Madways presentation, darling.
Pico, 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 da lo, pico.